Hi, at Shiny Computers we've noticed a lot of people can't right-click on their Macs. It's super easy, plus there are tons of gestures that your Magic Trackpads and Magic Mice can do. Today we'll explore the System Preferences panel for the mice and trackpads. We'll be working off the Mavericks operating system. If you have an older OS, you might not see all the options. Mavericks is a free upgrade for all the computers that can handle it. Contact us if you have any questions about your Mac. We are your one-stop Apple shop. Start by opening System Preferences. By default, the icon will be in your dock. It looks like a square with 3 gears on it. If you have removed it or cannot find it, you can open it by clicking the Apple logo at the top left of the screen. This will open a menu with the System Preferences option. Click that to open the System Preferences window. For any former Windows users, this is equivalent to the Windows control panel. From here, we have the option to configure the mouse or trackpad. You can have one or both on your Mac. We're going to start with the trackpad. Click on the icon to open the preference panel. Now that the trackpad panel is open, we can see that there are 3 tabs at the top of the screen. The simple gestures are on the left under point and click, so let's start there. You will notice that Apple makes it easy to learn the gestures by displaying 2 videos on the right side of the window. On the top it shows what the screen is doing, while the bottom video shows the finger motion on the trackpad. The first option is tap to click. This is very handy if your click is worn out or you have spilled a little liquid in your trackpad and the click function no longer works. By the way, if this has happened to you, Shiny Computers can clean or replace it for you. After that is secondary click. Make sure this is turned on so you can right click. There are 2 options. I prefer the tap with 2 fingers option. You can click anywhere on the pad with 2 fingers to right click. You can also select bottom right or left corner to right click if you're used to a Windows trackpad with buttons. I would also like to point out that even if you have a single button mouse, you can right click by holding the control key while clicking. On to the second tab. This is where the scroll options are set up. Take 2 fingers and push up or down on the trackpad and you can scroll in any window. It is similar to the iPhone and iPad scrolling. The default scroll direction in the newer Apple operating system is called natural direction. It will feel backwards if you're used to older systems or Windows. Try it out for a day or 2 and see if it feels natural. It imitates the way we scroll on our phones and tablets. Pinch to zoom works exactly like it sounds. You can zoom in or out with a simple pinch of the fingers. Smart zoom is really cool too. Say you're on a website and you can't read the right column. Double tap with 2 fingers in that section and it will zoom in the right amount. Double tap again to zoom out. The third tab has the most interesting gestures. Mastering these can increase your productivity when working with many applications at once. Let's start with the first one, swipe between pages. This is most useful in web browsers. Instead of going to the back and forth buttons, you can take 2 fingers and swipe back and forth. I will caution you though, when you get used to this gesture, you will never be able to use Windows again. The next option, swipe between full screen apps gesture, does exactly what it says too. If you have an application like Safari in full screen, you can swipe with 3 fingers to get to the desktop or another full screen application. The notification center is similar to the pull-down menu on the iPhones and iPads. You can access it by swiping 2 fingers off the left side of the trackpad. In my opinion, mission control is the coolest gesture, plus it looks super high-tech. When you have multiple applications running and you can't see them all, swipe up with 3 fingers to zoom out and see everything at once. Full screen applications or extra spaces appear on the top of the screen. All the running applications on the current space zoom out and get scattered across the screen. Any video playing will continue to play and be visible. You can select any application or window to bring that window to the foreground. Launchpad will bring all the installed apps up in one easy-to-use window. You can scroll left and right between multiple pages with the 2-finger gesture. Show Desktop moves all the windows out of your way so you can see and interact with the desktop without changing the positioning of any windows. Next up, we are going to configure the Magic Mouse. There are less gestures for the mice, but they are still very useful. Click on Show All to get back to the main screen of System Preferences. Now let's click on the mouse icon. We are looking at the setup for the Magic Mouse. If you have a Mighty Mouse, you're up next. The Magic Mouse gives you the same swipe between pages and swipe between full screen apps. You will use 1 finger for pages and 2 fingers for full screen apps. Mission control is activated with a 2-finger double tap. On to the point and click tab. Again, we have the option for natural movement. This mimics the iPad and iPhone scroll direction. You can uncheck this option to return to normal scroll direction. For all you lefties out there, change the side of the secondary click by clicking on the drop-down arrow and selecting click on the left side. Remember that in order to do a secondary click, you will need your primary finger off the mouse. This is because the mouse is sensing your touch and not the click. It might take a few tries to get it right. Smart Zoom works the same as on the trackpad. Double tap with 1 finger to zoom in around the mouse pointer. When you have a Mighty Mouse plugged into your computer, you'll see a different screen. You can uncheck the scroll direction at the top of the screen to go back to normal scroll direction. You can assign the secondary button to the right or left side of the mouse. You can also assign actions for clicking the ball or squeezing the mouse. Scrolling can be turned on or off. You also have the choice of scroll in one direction or both. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to like Shiny Computers Facebook to see future tutorials and updates. Come see our selection in person at 1117 High Street in Portsmouth or give us a call at 757-371-1123.